Hey everybody, how is everybody doing? So, just wanted to do a quick, relaxed Saturday build, and it's a risky time to stream because I know Nathan is doing his subathon or whatever that is. But I really wanted to build this guy. I've been playing with the switches that are going to go here the whole afternoon. So, welcome everybody. And let's get that journey started. How is everybody doing today? How is the weather where you are? After, I don't know, maybe a week or 2 weeks of intensive heat, it's finally mild here, which I'm really thankful for. So it's not raining, but I think it will rain later. So I decided to stream something really relaxed, a casual build. So we'll be doing this, one of my favorite 40% boards, which is the Chicory40. Pretty nice Bluetooth 40% PCB. And I played with the switches. I don't know if you guys saw, but I posted on Instagram the sound of this switch before and after modding it. I basically had a lot of cream housings that because I use the stems for doing yoke creams switches. So I ended up having a lot of them. So I modded those Milky Yellows with cream tops. I'm really pleased with the way it sounds. So we're gonna see how it sounds in the end. I also got a few O-rings to use as gasket on this build. So that's gonna go between the plate, which is something I just 3D printed as well. So this is the PBT plate that we're gonna be using. So I'm gonna put the gaskets or the O-rings between the plate and the case. The case that we are going to be using is the top piece. It's called the Acclive because of the steep angle. And it's from KP Republic. It's a very simple yet nice case. So all right guys, let's get started. I stole some stabs that were already lubed from a build that I desoldered recently. So that's gonna be easy, I assume. So here you go. Oops. Oh, and we are using GMK Olivia for this build because it has an amazing 40% support, which I think, hey Visionaire, how are you? Yeah, 40's Club. That has double meaning for me. We get a switch. Oh really, you got DSA light cycle? That's awesome. I kind of regret not getting into it. So it looks like this is working great. Let's check this one. Also no rattle whatsoever, so we are good to go. Right, I'm gonna start putting the switches on the plate first because as you can see this plate is considerably flimsy. So when we get that, I like to put them on the plate first. Otherwise it's impossible to clip them in. So DSA light cycle, which one did you get? I know they had two versions, right? They had, I think, the blue and the red. The system something and the something something. The blue one, very nice. Very, very nice. And where is it going? Is it going on that minivan that you're doing the case for? Well, let me tell people on the 40s channel that I am live. This is something that matches that. Here we go, let me paste. Chicory40 Daisy Acclive Build. Oh my god, I did this wrong. Streams. Okay, so probably on the minivan. That's awesome. The only drawback of this board is that it has north facing, just like the Daisy. So north facing switches. That kind of sucks, but that's how it is. Do these Get Yellows have a problem with GMK caps? Not at all, Antonio. What kind of problems were you expecting? And I think, let me check on something. If you're thinking about switches that break caps, you're thinking about box switches. And if you're talking about the fact that they are not north facing, they do not affect a lot on GMK caps. They mostly affect, I think, row 2, but I didn't feel any, or row 3, I don't remember which one is most sensitive to north facing. No problem. And welcome, by the way. We can zoom in a little bit. Oops, I just noticed I mounted two south facing. Old habits die hard. So what is your guys' opinion about the Red Samurai kits that Mastrop unveiled? It's interesting because we had a few people in our Discord go through the same kind of emotion curve, if you will. When it first launched, people, oh my god, Red Samurai, right? And they would post the link and say, did you guys see this? And then a few minutes would pass and they would say, wait, this is a plate. This plate was just 3D printed. It's a very flimsy, thin plate. The only role of this plate on this build is to basically attach the PCB to the top. So it's a top mount build, and you will see that it provides a lot of flex. It's the only way you can use this case with this PCB, because this PCB has this switch, on and off switch. So you basically have to do your own plate for this, or cut the original plate, right? Which I did, but it didn't turn out very, very well. But I was talking about this plate is made of PLA, not PBT. And PLA is basically the material we use with 3D printers. It's a kind of plastic made of corn or something like that. And I heard it has similarities with, is it PBT or POM? I don't remember in terms of density. But this is 1.4 millimeters, so it's very, very thin. That's the reason why we're clipping the switches beforehand as well. Yep, it's biodegradable. Meaning bacteria will eat them. Unlike regular plastic. Yeah, you can throw them in the garbage and off it goes. So resuming the story about Red Samurai, right? I was saying that people would get really excited about it, and then a few minutes later they would say, oh wait, why isn't there any Tengen compatibility? Why isn't there any split backspace support? And people would get mad. Yeah, to be honest, I think those were really not very well planned out. They could be 10 times better. The only thing I really liked was the ortho kit. I think that's really worth it. And for someone like me that already owns the base kit, that's the perfect opportunity to get those Hiragana sub-legends, right? That are so expensive and hard to find. Everyone knows the Model O has finally been released. Yeah, I received an email today from the guys that make it. But I have zero interest in wired mouse or wired mice in general. So what are the bottom of those switches? Those are, let me see, let me try to zoom in here so you can see it better. So the bottoms, so the switches themselves are, everything on those switches is Milky Yellows, regular Milky Yellows that I lubed. By the way, you can do bang build. It's a new thing I added, and it will tell you what the build is. But as it's written there, those are regular Gateron yellows. that I modded with a mix. Let me show you the mix. This mix of 204 and 107, 70% grease or 70% 204, and 30% 107, which is an oil. And I lube them with this, and then I replace the tops with cream tops. And that's why they look like Gatorons. They are Gatorons, like almost regular Gatorons. Actually, before streaming, I did a test of the sound, of a comparison between them, only lubed and with the tops replaced, and it was like 90% preference for the replaced top, which was my preference as well. So that's why I ended up using them on stream. And I think that it's gonna sound great. So let me just go ahead and check if all the... Too bad their switches are not rated for 20 million clicks. Just checking if all the pins made it through. Yeah, we have one here that isn't great. Oh, wait a minute. It's just the switch is not pushed in all the way. I guess this is the first switch we need to solder because it's not great, which I think I might do right now. Let me just test the stabs one more time, just for final assurance. And then we can solder the corner switches. I will, man, I will. 2 million clicks when they are switches like KOGMs that also feel a lot better. You think that they're thin and flimsy? I think they are way better than the ones on the creams. The creams wouldn't stay in place. So you change them to get more resilience, I see. Okay, creams would be better with hot swap. I see what you mean. Okay, it seems like we have good stabs. Let's start soldering from the outside in. Cherry banana? What is that? What is that? Mimi, I'm not in the loop for that Mimi. Oh, I see. I remember it now. That's what he meant. Buy 2% milk. Do you have the link for the milk? The 2%? You are welcome to share it on chat. People may not be familiar with it. But that's a very cool Mimi macro board. There you go. Oh, you're the milkman. Okay. All right, we got good aligned switches on this side. Let me just do this last one here. And then we're gonna focus on the other side. Yeah, this other side seems to be a lot more stable than the right side, left side. Yeah, the right side when you're on the correct orientation. So it looks like we'll have a lot less issues with this side. Yeah, we have one of them that is a little bit, could be a little bit better. All right, looks like we have properly aligned stuff now. You just see, yeah, this middle row have a few switches that are out. So let me double check all of them. Yep, this one is really out. Okay. So there's some in the middle here. Okay, looks like the top row is done. Let's move on to the second row. Hey, Visionaire, look at that. Thank you so much for the 500 bits. And as promised, if you cheer more than 499 bits, you get my TMO50. So I'll be shipping this to you. And man, I'm using that as my daily driver and I love it so much. Like the creamies. You mean on the TMO 50? I don't have creamies on them, or do I? I swapped them. I forgot to mention. So I didn't like the sound, so I completely replaced them. They have Gateron inks now, and I modded them with a mix of 112 and 104. I can show you how it sounds now. I think it sounds a lot better. And it's interesting how different the crystal lube is from Krytox. So let me type something here. Let me just find. Oh, it's not plugged in, so it's all fine. Yeah, so I think it sounds better than it sounded when it had the creamies. The creamies were too plasticky for my taste, so I ended up desoldering it a third time or a second time and redoing them. Redoing it. But yeah, Visionary, thank you so much for the cheers. Really appreciate that. Thank you. That's even better than cheers. Those words. Thank you so much. You know something I want to stream? A friend of mine asked me to do, and I might even do it like tomorrow. Who knows? Is how I design a keyboard from start to finish for 3D printing. And I have, I did a clone of the Prime E, but I messed up on some measurements, and I've been meaning to redo that. So I was thinking that could be a nice topic, right? Yeah. So I might do that to either tomorrow, or I plan something for the week. But I'll definitely let you know once I'm gonna do that. I may do that for, you know, doing a clone Prime E or a 3D printable Prime E, just to, you know, to show you how I will do it. It's a very nice case that I planned for, but I did the plate back when I didn't know much, and the plate, instead of the switch inserts be 14 millimeters, they are 19 millimeters, which is supposed to be the distance between one cutout and the other. Yeah, I want to learn more about it. I think I'm gonna do some wood CNC in the next 6 months. Yes, and I think if you watch this stream, it will give you like a good starting point. And in my opinion, I really like Fusion 360. So yeah, it would be a nice thing to share with you guys. That Mini 1-800, I think that's amazing. It's 10 times better than mine, because that's even Bluetooth, right? If it's an insta buy for me, like I would buy it in no time. I'm kind of anxious for that to start as well. Yeah, I know that they ran something China only, right? I remember when that happened. I tried to join that first one. So if you hear about it and you know that it's going to open at some time, just ping me and let me know. I'll join instantly. I mean, please ping me. Alrighty, so it looks like we have the PCB done. Maybe we should test it. Let me just see if we, oh yeah, I always forget at least one pad unsoldered. Oh, and I have been approached by those folks. You may have seen them on Instagram, that they are running a different kind of plate, like a copper plate. It's called the Zebra, I think. A copper plate and a, is it brass? I think it's brass. Brass and copper plates. They want me to do a build with their product, so they may send me some samples for using on stream. That would be nice. I would do it for sure. So let me test the PCB real quick. Let me get a USB cable here. Yeah, it's not sponsorship, it's just free ship. Or free shit, if you will. I don't even know if this is flashed right now. Let me see. Yes, it is. Let's see if I can type without keycaps. It looks like I can. Control L. keyboard tester. Oh, I don't know. Is this? Yeah, this is down arrow as default. All right, let me pause this real quick. Let's see. This is function. Okay. We are good. Good to go. Just clean this real quick, and now we're gonna assemble the case and see how it sounds with some caps. Oh, I'll leave you with some music if I can reach my mouse. There we go. Man, flux spreads out everywhere. Like every time I solder something, there is a lot of flux blobs on the cutting mat. I'm using isopropyl alcohol, or IPA. Oh, so here is where we're gonna innovate. We're gonna do some O-rings on the mounting points for two reasons, right? For making the plate less, to add some cushion between the plate and the thing itself, and also to make the profile a little deeper, or more, make the build a little more high profile, because it's not really very high profile as it is. So did this work? Yeah. So I think we're good. Let's start putting some screws on. Right, you can see the things sticking out here. We're gonna do a test to see how bad, if they influence anything on those keys. So I wanna do that right now. And if so, we may have to cut it, but it doesn't. And it's very hard to notice once you have keycaps on. So all good in that regard, it looks like. How ghetto do you think this is? I gotta say that I like it because it makes the build feel better, but I don't know if I like knowing that there is stuff sticking out. You know, you'd think smaller boards save money. Yeah, it's not always the case, right? Yeah, exactly. Compat sucks. But Olivia has crazy compat. I was impressed. Look at this enter. I think that I have two key sets that have this enter. It's laser and this one. We have the small shift, and the other one that is really hard to... Yeah, I think only... Yeah, it's a hard call, man. I don't know if there is a way to use it. I mean, I got only the ortho kit. And another thing is really hard to come by is this small 1.25 view tab. And Olivia also has that. Also the one you delete on the right profile. One you escape on the right profile. Very, very hard to come by. Oops, I messed up here. Do the stock Milky Yellow feel good? Yes, they do. They really do. Not as good as lubed, but it's a very nice switch. And thank you for the compliment. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think it's gonna end up really looking very nice. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can flash this with my layout before I do any typing tests. And I'm gonna have to plug this to my macOS machine because I don't know if I have the correct material to do it on my Windows machine, or the correct software, if you will. Yes, it is. They are. Yep. Thank you. Completely missed that devil speed, and thank you very much for joining us. Sound is off. And new layout. Yeah. Sound is fine, right? Yeah. I am seeing my mic levels going up, so that's what I thought. Oh, I need to plug it while holding escape like this. Now let me see if I can quickly flash it here, and then we can do some typing tests. Oh, caps lock is on, and I don't know how to turn it off. So I have to type with Shift, and not even that works. Fucking A. How do I turn off caps? Oh, maybe if I plug it again. And I do it like this. Let's see. No. Oh, I think Windows have a virtual keyboard or something like that. Hold on. Let's see if I can make that work. Keyboard, on-screen keyboard. Yeah, and caps is on. I was able to make it not be on anymore. So let's do CD Chicory40. Let's flash this guy. Right, it's flashing. Right, bring it back to Windows. Hold on. There we go. And I forgot to put this guy. Sorry, my sound was off. So, oh, okay. Gotcha. No, but thanks for letting me know. It was a mess up on my end. Thank you for bringing it up, Devil Speed. And we'll see if we can fit a battery here as well. But we don't need to do that now. But I've been spoiled by ortho and can use anything but ortho. Really? I do use ortho eventually, you know, not eventually, but sporadically. But I still prefer staggered builds. The last board that I built, the last ortho board that I built is this right here. Can you see it? It's a boardwalk. I can bring it in a second. It's a pretty nice board as well. All right, so let's do a small typing test. Plug it in. Let's see. Get a text editor going here. All right, so here we go. Let me turn off the music. Bring the mic a little closer so you guys can follow this. So here we go. Let's see how it sounds after all. Yeah, it sounds really good, yet a little bit hollow. I was just curious if we add a little bit of sorbothane to the bottom, if it would improve the sound. Let me see if I have a small piece of sorbothane that we can fit there, which I don't think, but let's see. Yeah, no, I think I only have 2 sheets of sorbothane, so I won't be able to do that right now. I only have this small piece that won't make any difference. So it has a lot of flex. I don't know if you guys can see it in camera, but the idea is for it to be really flexible. Yeah, I have some shelf liner. Let's check. You can always do shelf liner. So let me just put some music back on. I have this shelf liner here. We can cut it and try to see how it sounds. Hey, Mr. Petrov, how are you? How are you doing? You are a little bit late. We just finished building this guy. But I'm gonna be adding some shelf liner just to see if it makes any difference at all. Oh, you're being, yeah. You don't have to say sorry when you're out with your kids, man. They have precedence to anything else. Am I right? That's the way it's supposed to be. No need to apologize for that. Busy, busy. Oh my God, yeah. I totally hear you. So let's see here. Let me cut a piece that would, you know what? I might just cut something that fits this. Let me have a rough cut. Let me mark it first. Okay, so here we go. Make a rough cut around here. Alright, so we have a rough shape here. Let's see if we do. So theoretically, I just need to cut within those lines and we should be fine. Let's see. I am not the most coordinated person in the world, but I'll do my best here. I'm usually pretty bad at those things. Okay, all right, Victor. The typing test is gonna come up shortly. I already did one, but we are adding some shelf liner just to see if it makes any changes, which I think it will. Round 2 typing test, yes. Yeah, I need to take a, oh no, maybe I don't. Let's see. Yeah, I think I need to cut it more in order for it to fit it within this. Yeah, that's what I did wrong. So let me trim a little bit more. I'm gonna try to cut straight. There are some holes on this shelf liner that works as cues for where you should be cutting. So I'll try to stay straight. Okay. I'm gonna try to mark where I need to do it. Hey Ryan Lion, what's up, man? Okay, so here we go. Crafts class with Mr. Keeps. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna glue this with some double-sided tape to this piece for now, even though I would think that it would be better on the PCB itself. So maybe what I should do, you know what, I'm gonna leave it like this so we can make a test and not even worry about it, gluing it or anything before we make it final, right? Yeah, I wonder if it will make any difference. But if it doesn't, you know what? I'm gonna get some sorbetane out and we're gonna do sorbetane. Let's see if it makes any difference at all. On how we perceive this. Here we go. Not even gonna plug it in, just gonna start typing. Hold on. So what do you guys think? Did it change anything at all, in your opinion? Time to bedazzle this beach, yes. Hey, it feels okay, man. Yeah, I love Daisy keyboards. I'm a little bit biased. Yeah, I think it didn't change. What is the overall opinion here? I don't think it changed at all. What does chat think? Yeah, I don't hear a difference myself, so we may need to take it to the next level. Yeah, so let's okay. Let's take what Mr. Petrov said into consideration because I agree. And let's stick this to the PCB first. And then we can figure out if that's any different. Let's see if I have some double-sided tape here. I don't think I do. I need to go fetch it somewhere else. I used to have it, but I only have this thick one now, not the one we need here. So give me 1 second. I will be right back. Let me leave you guys with some music as I go get some double-sided tape. Give me 1 second.
I don't care if you forget me. I just want there to be more. You can't wait to be remembered, just like the kids before. Take me to the promised land. It's what you said I'd get. It's what you said I'd get.
I'm back, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna do it this way. And in order for us to fit it here, I need to make a hole here for the battery connector. Let me try to do that. Hold on. Let me mark it roughly where it needs to go. It's around a square here. Should really do the trick. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and cut it from here. Yeah, I need better cutting equipment in general. Okay. It was a bit too much, but we're still good. I should do another one for the USB. Let me see. But I think I won't. So let me add a few. I don't want to do a lot of them because I don't want that to be super sticked into the back of the PCB. So let me do it on a few key places here. Some here. Here. Small one here. All right, so it seems like it's stuck. Let's do a third typing test. Where is the bottom here? But can you add another piece on top of that one? Do you think that would help? I could. We can do that next. Let me just see how it feels this way. There will be a battery that will go here, so that will make things a little more tight as well. Let's see. Let's pause music. And let's see. I think it sounds better as well. Like, I really think it sounds better. I think it does sound better. What do you guys think? One more squished in layer. Let's try it. Yeah, let's do that. Oops. Forgot to put the music back on, but bear with me. Let's see, let's see. Hey, Bcopy. Thank you so much for the 3 months Twitch Prime subscription. It's really, really appreciated. Thank you so much, man. I guess no one bug tested it. That's hilarious. I guess you're either going to get 0. And the questions are randomized, but they gave me the same question twice. Oh, wow. Can't complain about that, can you? Okay, let's put it back inside. Do it what? Yeah, now it's a little too much on the bottom side, so I guess we trim out where it's, yeah, this thing is in the way, so let me mark it and we can trim it as soon as I manage to get it right. Oh, okay, yeah, let's do just the top piece. Your wish is my command, Mr. Petrov. Just trying to not cut the bottom, but they're glued together around here, so it was really hard. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Yeah, I should have cut only the bottom piece, not, yeah, only the top piece. Only the bottom piece. But I guess it's fine. It's gonna have the same effect. Let's see now. Yeah, now I think I can close it. Let's see. No problem. It's a little tight, but that's what screws are for. Here we go. I am losing count. Is this what, third time? Or fourth? Third, right? Yeah, I think it's cool now. Okay, this is wrong. It's NM. MN. No, it's a, yeah. This is wrong. I was typing something with That's how it is. There we go. All right, seems like we have a winner thanks to Mr. Petrov for insisting on the additional layer. Look at that. That was pretty cool, guys. Thank you, Mr. Petrov, for insisting. And yeah, I think we have a winner build. We can call it a team effort, right? So you guys gave me the idea of the shelf liner and then the idea of using 2 pieces and all of that. So if that's not teamwork, I don't know what is, right? Pretty cool. I'm pretty satisfied with how it sounds, how it looks, and even more satisfied because we did it together. And look at the amount of stuff left that I have as leftover. It's going in the trash because thankfully I have enough off-shelf liners. Now open the screenshot, my dude. What is that? Oh, you mean the thing I can. Hold on. Oops, it's not plugged in. I must say that I don't know how to handle some Windows. So what's the duplicate one? Oh, this and this is a duplicate. Let me see if I can make it. Can I zoom in more? Doesn't look like. Chrome doesn't want to let me go in more than this. Oh, I did Josh already when I was testing the PCB. So it's already done, my friend. So I think we are done here. Do you guys have any other questions before we wrap this up? Lovely little case. Hey J3, how are you? Thank you for joining. Yeah, imagine a plastic daisy. I mean, you know, I have my version of the daisy. It's a 2 pieces right now, but let me show you this. I need to glue them together, but this is my daisy. Hey Marland, thank you so much for the follow. I don't know if you guys saw this on my Instagram. This is basically an Apple extended keyboard transformed into a daisy. Hey J3, thank you for the follow. Yeah, it's a huge. I know. I was playing with you. This is huge, and this was done on purpose, right? This was done for. I even got a sticker to put here once I have the final thing. I'm gonna put this. Let me take it out. I'm either gonna put one here or here. I don't know yet. But I got this sticker to put it on here. Yeah, this is based on the Apple extended keyboard. I still need to glue them together because basically I need to either hand wire them or put a Daisy PCB here. And then I get my 3D pen with the same filament that I used to do this. And I go around the corners here and glue them together. And then voila, you have a Apple extended, you know, if an Apple extended keyboard and a Daisy had a child, this is what would happen. Yeah, I am not in the mood for finishing it, to be honest. I hate sanding stuff. So I think I'm gonna leave with the printing lines. But I mean, I could sand it, I don't know. It just feels like it's gonna be a lot of work. Yeah, and I know the sticker on the apple is either here or here. I want to stick to the same kind of aesthetic. But yeah, this is one of the cases that I need to finish still. But yeah, we did it, guys. All right, that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for everybody who joined me, especially when the... Oh, you know what? We should raid Nathan. What do you guys think? Should we do it? Should we raid Nathan right now? I think I'll do that. Let's raid Nathan. Oh, Visionary, I do actually. Yes, before that, one final thing. This is the AMJ40 that I just got, and it's a perfect fit. So if you want to do one of those builds, just buy the AMJ40 on AliExpress. All right, thanks. I'm not Neil. This fits perfectly here. I just posted a picture on my Instagram with the same case, but with this PCB. So Visionaire, if you want to get an AMJ, I know there is also a group buy going. That's another good opportunity to do something with the same layout as this, even though that one from Flash Quark is not top mount, it is bottom mount, but it's tray mount, right? Not bottom mount. So if you want, they are running that right now. All right, so let me give the command so we can join Tehai types or whatever it is. Tehai types. I don't know how to pronounce that. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, I think it's good. If you can join it, join it. I wanted that case for a long time when it was out of stock, but now I have plenty of them. So let's raid... Control V, Tehai types. Do you guys know how to pronounce that? I know, I don't. All right, my friends. Thanks again for everybody who joined. Oh, tomorrow, not Monday, I'll have a very important stream. I'll talk about that later. All right, guys. We're going there. Bye now.